His name is... I gotta figure out how to edit this. Hey everyone, my name is Atemba and I am the blogger at sothisisfate.com, fashion, art, travel, etc. Blogging about my life abroad. Today I have a very special person. He is...
My name is Eric. I am Atemba's husband.
my hubby.
Yes.
Ting. Where's your ring?
Here.
Ting.
Hello YouTube. Hello everybody.
This is his YouTube orientation. He is fresh meats in front of the camera. This video is going to be about why we moved in Korea. If you don't know, we are in Korea, South Korea. We are teachers. We're teaching at the same school and we have been here together for almost 2 years, but actually our story is a bit longer than that.
Well, we came to Korea for a few obvious reasons. One was because we wanted to make money. Another was that we wanted to travel, and we wanted to travel together. I got tired of her going to Europe and Africa and all these other places that I haven't been.
I was always leaving him
without me. So I knew she was going to travel regardless. I wanted to travel, and I felt like this was a great opportunity to do so. But even with those reasons, we still had to sit down and we still had to pray about it, and we still had to make sure that this was something that we were supposed to be doing. So
if anyone is a couple, a married couple, a black married couple, an American couple, young, somewhat newlywed, Christian couple, creative couple, as in the art, we fall under all those categories. There's not a lot of people like us in Korea doing what we're doing. We don't think. If there are, please reach out to us. We are bored and need some more friends. And so we wanted to make this video just to show why we decided to move there.
So it starts with you, right?
Yeah, it starts with me. In 2013 is when I decided to go to Korea by myself. I was already 1 year out of school, graduating from UNC Chapel Hill, go Heels. After college, my major was global studies, and I really thought I'd just be working with some kind of international corporation. But the summer before my senior year, I traveled to New York by myself for an internship. Then immediately after that, I went to France for a semester to study. Right after graduation, I went to Cameroon with my family, and it was like I just got bit by the travel bug. I realized how awesome it was to be in these new places, learning about new cultures. And so I came back. I didn't really have a job I wanted. I was doing part-time work in retail, freelance writing, teaching after school art, just a whole bunch of side gigs, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And one day, Eric came to visit me at my workplace.
Came to visit her in her workplace because she worked very close to where I live, and we would just hang out during her lunch break. So that particular day, I just felt led to pray. I knew Atemba had been going through kind of a tough time because she had all the things that she needed to have this career that she wanted, but it just wasn't happening as quickly as neither one of us had planned. So we just decided to take that matter to God. Didn't know exactly what God wanted me to say, so we just prayed, and then we went on about our day. But then very shortly after, she got this wonderful idea, and then things start happening from there.
So immediately after that, I went home that day. I've been applying for all kinds of jobs like crazy every day, sending out what felt like hundreds of resumes. And so finally I just Googled, okay, travel abroad, work abroad, what can I do abroad? And the most popular jobs were teaching. I never wanted to teach, ever. I was already doing the most by teaching after school art. And when I studied in France, my advisors there were advising me to teach abroad, come teach in France, but I just really wasn't feeling it. Didn't want to teach, but I wanted to travel. So I scrolled through and I'm reading all these blogs, and the most popular destinations are in Asia, particularly in Korea. But I didn't really know that much about Korea. So I was a little like, well, I don't know much about this place, but that could be a good thing, you know, a cultural experience. I started reading a lot of blogs and seeing people's experiences and things they were doing as teachers, and it just seemed real cool. It seemed like, okay, I can work with children, which I like doing, and I can travel abroad and I can experience this culture. After a lot of prayer and thinking and planning, I decided, okay, let's do this. Let's try and teach abroad in Korea. So I applied to Epic, and I wanted to be in Seoul because I love cities, big cities, and I got accepted. So I found myself on a plane, February 2014. I was in Seoul by myself, and at this point, you know, Eric and I were just dating. We're not married or anything. While I was in Seoul, it was a really, really fun, great experience. I got to teach and be with kids and students, and I made a lot of Korean friends and friends from all over the world, other teachers and just people I met in Seoul. And it was really, really good for me because it was this feeling of like I'm the only one I know in this whole country. And it just felt, it sounds kind of crazy, but it felt really liberating. Just like no pressures from back home, no expectations from back home or people that you knew. I just felt a lot of pressures to be a certain way. I just wanted something different with my life, and it just felt kind of cool coming to Korea and knowing, okay, I'm the only person I know who has done this, who has come to Korea. So it was a really freeing experience for me. In July of that same year, 2014, Eric came to visit. And when he came to visit, I met him at the airport. What'd you do?
So, like, at this point, right, I came to Seoul and I proposed.
He proposed!
Yeah, we had been dating for
years and years and years since high school.
7 years at that point.
So he got off the plane, he just proposed in the airport.
Right, it wasn't that. It was way cooler than that. So
it really was.
I got off the plane and I proposed, and there's more to that, but that can be for a later date.
Yeah, we can tell your dating story later. So he proposed and I said yes, obviously. So that like set the tone of our whole trip. He visited me for like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So when I came here, I was
here meaning Seoul.
Seoul, yeah. When I came to Seoul, I was interested in seeing what she was doing and how she was living, other than proposing, right? So when I got here, before I even had a chance to see how she's living and what she's doing, I found myself enjoying the city. As soon as I get off the airport, like going from Incheon to Seoul and seeing the bridges and the city, it was a really cool experience. And from there, like almost immediately, I was thinking, what would it be like to live here? You know, but I didn't really bring it up until later.
And he doesn't really like crowded places, but he was kind of feeling Seoul.
I don't really care for crowded places, like at all.
At all. Like 2 people is too much.
I go to Seoul, you know, one of the biggest cities in the world, and lo and behold, I really enjoy myself there. It was just something really cool about feeling like you're in a place where you can do almost anything. It was the first time I've ever been abroad as an adult. I'm a musician, and one of the things I always wanted to do was travel as well to different places to experience different cultures. And you know, music goes hand in hand with that. And when I finally arrived in Seoul, it just felt like Korea was a great opportunity to start something different. The thing about Seoul, like Atema was saying, is that because we were so separated from the pressures, the expectations that might not necessarily be your expectations of yourself, all those things are very distant. So, you know, me being on the verge of graduating and watching my wife start something and do something new just seemed like it would be something worth looking into, something worth considering at the least. And I stayed there for 3 weeks, and I really enjoyed just being around her and seeing a brand new place.
He came to school with me a few days and we did a lot of exploring in the city. We're engaged now, so we're really excited. We get to really seriously think about our futures together. So we're talking, and he's in grad school at this time. He's really feeling Seoul in Korea. I'm enjoying it. Other opportunities here for us. We wanted to travel. We still had time to do so. Like, we don't have, you know, kids or any other kind of commitments tying us down to back home in the US. So we just decided, you know, why can't we do this together? Why can't we live in Korea or live abroad somewhere together? And so that's what we decided to do. And all of our plans from then on were pretty much based on, okay, we want to come back to Korea, we want to travel, and we want to be here next year.
Yeah. I know it sounds a little impromptu, a little impulsive, But
It wasn't impulsive.
no, it wasn't. We know it wasn't, but the way we explained it can come off that way.
Okay, we really planned this. We really thought about it. Really prayed about it.
We really prayed about it. For me, because I'm American, I felt like the bulk of my life would be spent in America, and who knows, it still may be. But I felt like I would set roots in America. I would establish my career in America, this, then, and the third. I would do all this stuff before I even think about going different places. But it wasn't until I got here where I saw how big the world really is, and that whatever my plans are, I can do them wherever I am, because of my field of study. So like, it just really opened my eyes, and I was really excited about just starting a new life with my almost new wife at that point. And from there, that's where we began to think about our future here. But we also had to get confirmation on that. We didn't just buy a ticket just because we felt a certain way.
In February, my contract ended with Epic, so I came back home to North Carolina, and from there we had already decided when we got engaged that we would get married in May 2015. So I came home in February, so now that's 3 months of crazy hectic planning, and also wedding planning from abroad, sending each other pictures and video and all kinds of notes. Goodness gracious, thank God we never have to get married again. But we also wanted to go back to Korea that fall. So now we're trying to get documents together and our applications and planning a wedding and seeing family and having a job while we're in America to pay rent. It was a very
I still
crazy
had to graduate
time.
too. I still had.
He graduated 10 days before we got married. Oh, what were we thinking? Oh. So we got married. We wanted to come back to Korea in the fall. We wanted to get back like as soon as possible. The fall is coming and we're applying, but it's a little difficult for many reasons. One reason being that we're a couple and we want to work together, or we want to be assured that we're going to be in the same place. So we're looking at couple jobs. There are not that many of them. For public school, we wanted to do Epic because Epic does take couples. They work with couples well. So we thought, but that was a little tricky. Also, I feel like because we're Black, we weren't getting a lot of jobs. Just gonna put that out there. So our plans to go in the fall, we decided to put that on hold. We would try and go in the spring, which was a really good thing because we got to be with family, and there were times when we really needed to be there with them, and we were happy that we got to be there with them and not be across the world when different things happen in our families. So we applied to Epic. We got an interview, we got accepted to Gyeonggi-do, but they couldn't give us a straight answer about housing. And it's whole, you don't know where you're gonna be with Epic anyway, and trying to figure out lodging, and like, it was just too much.
It was too much for newlyweds who had just been a year apart already.
Yeah.
We just wanted to go to one place, stick there and start together.
So we kept Epic as a backup, basically. We kept talking to recruiters, and then we got an interview in October for the job that we have now. We thought, okay, this would be a nice change of pace, a calm area. We have a lot of time together. We have a lot of travel time together, and it just seemed like a good fit. Unfortunately, they didn't accept us.
We got waitlisted.
We got waitlisted. We didn't know we got waitlisted. They just said they unfortunately went with other candidates.
Exactly.
So we said, okay, it looks like we're gonna go to Korea in March. So we were mentally prepared for that. At this time, it's November. We're visiting family. It's holiday season. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. And then our recruiter contacts us and says, hey, that school you interviewed with, they want to hire you. We were like, okay, that's great. And we had to give her an answer like within a certain amount of days, because if we accepted, we would have to leave in a month.
Right. Documents and everything.
With everything in a month. Lesson plans and everything in a month. So we started weighing the pros and cons of this versus waiting for Epic, and we just decided it would be better for us to get there as soon as possible, to start saving money, to start this new chapter. And so we decided to take the job. So we ended up leaving the USA the day after Christmas, and we got here. That is why and how we came to Korea. We wanted to be together, we wanted to travel together, we wanted to make money, we wanted to experience a new culture. and a new part of Korea, and have time to also pursue our other interests on the side, which the school really does allow for. And we're here now, and actually our time here is almost over. Our contract ends in January, and then we'll be starting new jobs somewhere else in Korea, but not here. Okay, so that's it. That's our story, why we came to Korea. If you have any questions about that, please type it in the comments, and like and subscribe the video. Bye YouTube. Bye.